Good afternoon and welcome everybody to this edition of Fit Tech Tips. Our speaker today is Tyler Klipchak. Tyler is a client services manager here at Fit, and he serves on our education and training committee. Outside of work, Tyler is a proud dad of 3 cats, Sassy, Scout, and Kitty Bob. Today, he's going to be presenting tips and tricks on Microsoft Planner. Just so you know, today's session will be recorded and a link will be sent to you after, so keep an eye out for that. I'll also share a link to a brief survey in the chat, so please make a plan to fill it out before you leave today. We do welcome your feedback. We've also set aside some time for Q&A at the end of the presentation, so feel free to drop any questions you might have in the chat throughout the presentation, and we'll do our best to address those as best we can. And with that, I'll hand things over to Tyler.
Good afternoon, and thank you very much, Mike. Hello, everyone. As Mike mentioned, my name is Tyler Klipchak, Client Service Manager here at Fit and a member of our education and training team, here today to talk to you all about Microsoft Planner. Microsoft Planner is one of the, I would say, lesser used options in the Microsoft 365 suite. Most people are familiar with Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook for email. But Planner is from Microsoft. It is their project management software. It allows you to do things like keeping to-do lists and assigning tasks to people on teams of individuals, although there are also integrations with Microsoft Teams. And we're just going to go through some of the benefits today and how it works. First and foremost, how are we going to get there? Like most Microsoft softwares, it can be accessed via the web browser by simply navigating to office.com. Use the sign in button, and you'll want to sign in with your Microsoft credentials. Once you've gone through the sign in process, potentially going through two-factor authentication, you're going to end up on a page that looks a little bit like this. This is the Office 365 homepage, and this is the page that gives us access to all of our different Microsoft applications via the app launcher we have here at the top left. The one we're looking for today is Planner, and when we click this button, when we click that button, we get pulled to the Planner homepage. So I mentioned Planner is Microsoft's project management software. What it does, simply put, is allows you to take all of those different tasks that are part of larger projects, whether that be employee onboarding, whether that be managing client service requests, whether that be just building out a new building. And it allows you to break it down into bite-sized tasks, assign them appropriately, and get things done in a more efficient manner. I'm going to start off by clicking New Plan here just to show what the process looks like. So we have a couple of templates that we can start working with directly from Microsoft. However, do note that with more advanced Planner licensing for your organization, you can also have custom built templates for your organization. But if we select one, in this case, let's just go with employee onboarding. We'll give it a name. Add to an existing group. So if your organization is using Microsoft SharePoint and Microsoft Teams, you would be able to search through any of your SharePoint or Teams groups here and assign this project to this plan to one of them. And then privacy and sensitivity, public, do you want everyone in your organization to be able to join this plan versus private, just the people that you invite. Click Create. And here we have our example plan. So this uses the Kanban. So Microsoft Planner uses the Kanban board style of organization. What that means is we have these different columns, aka buckets, that everything is separated out to. This system is meant to be flexible. If it makes sense for you to sort these buckets into phases, post offer acceptance, or in this case, to post offer acceptance, technology, paperwork, orientation, it might be departments, human resources, IT administration, facilities. It could also be different clients if you are using this as a way to track the same project across multiple clients, if that applies for your situation. Point is, it allows us to have these different buckets, and within those buckets are contained these tasks. Adding a new task is as simple as clicking this plus button, give it a name. We have some initial information we can set, a due date, and immediately assigning it to somebody, but we're going to skip that for now and just click add task. We saw it pop up. And now we can get into the true power behind Planner. All of this information that you can assign to each individual task within a plan. So starting from the top and working our way down, first off, a title, easy enough. What is the task going to be called? Assignment, you can assign it to one or multiple users within that plan. We'll go into adding users to a plan in a little bit. And then a variety of options here. What bucket is it in? What is the current progress, priority, start date, due date? Does it repeat? Notes, if there are any notes that you want to leave regarding it. And then the two that we highly recommend using, number one, checklists, and number two, attachments. Checklists, most tasks can be broken down further. So if we say that this task is going to be set up employee laptop, we can probably make at least a few checklist item based on that. Determine laptop to use, assign laptop, install Windows 11. Simple enough. And then also attachments, anything that you have that is good for context. For example, if this is a new employee form, maybe we want to attach their acceptance letter. Maybe we want to attach the new hire form that was filled out so that we can see exactly what programs they need. So what have you. Either way, this gives us a place to put it. Comments gives us a place that we can chat with the other members on this team. And then a nice new feature, suggested attachments. If your organization is using SharePoint / OneDrive, Microsoft will automatically sort through your files for anything related to the name and see what it can find for you. Have added those items. Clicking out of the task brings us back to the board setup, and we can see those checklist items have been added here. Also note, in addition to clicking into this board so that we can assign things, some items you can do just from here, checking off checklist items, checking off the item itself, as well as moving it between buckets. All right. Beyond this view, there are a few other views within Planner, those being the grid view, if you just want to see a text list of everything in order. The chart view kind of gives you a visual representation of all of the tasks and where they sit, what bucket, what the status is. And then the schedule, assuming you have dates assigned to your tasks, this is where you can look at a calendar view. Jumping back to the board view. So Organization is fantastic. Planner is meant for not only the organization, but also for the collaboration. How do we add people in here so that we can start working with them? Simple enough. We're going to go to this members button right up here. Anyone within your Microsoft tenant, so pretty much within your organization, we can add. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and sign in as the Fit Trainer. I'm going to add myself and Mr. Mike Ruffert, who is on this call with me today. And now both of us will have just received an email saying, hey, you have been invited to the test employee onboarding plan. Please click here to take a look. Now that we've added these people in here, we can go into a task, click on the assignment, and assign things appropriately. So if we know that Tyler is going to do this one, Mike is going to do this one, and then Fit Trainer is going to do this one. Now that we've assigned them, an additional notification email has been sent to all of us via Outlook, letting us know that we have a task assigned. When we jump over to Outlook in a minute, I'll show you what those notifications look like. One other thing to note within the Outlook, within the planner view here, is the assigned to me section. This is where you can get a quick at a glance of everything that is assigned to you across all plans you are a part of. The hub view, which shows you all of your currently available plans. And then obviously the new plan button if you want to get started with something new. So that is the broad overview of Planner itself, but we want to talk about an additional feature, which is the integrations where Microsoft Planner connects with other Microsoft products, specifically with Microsoft Outlook. So going to our Outlook inbox here, for anyone that needs a quick refresher, you can get to Outlook much the same way you got to Microsoft Planner. Office.com login screen, homepage. Now that we are in our inbox, along the left-hand side here, we'll see something that says to do. Microsoft has an additional software called Microsoft To Do that integrates with Outlook and Planner. Microsoft To Do is a way for you as an individual to track your tasks. You can see I just have a very simple add a task. I can type, I can give it a date, an alarm, what have you. Very useful to use. However, it integrates with Planner. So if we're already using Microsoft To Do, all of the tasks that have been assigned to us in plans will also show up here. Of note, you can also get to Microsoft To Do directly through the same way. Office homepage, To Do. It does have its own application. And you'll see things are laid out a little bit differently. You have a few more details here, but the content is the same as if you just go through Outlook. All right. So that is the basis of what Planner is as a software. Want to highlight though that there are a couple of limitations to Planner, assuming you are using the free version. If you are interested in which version of Planner you're using, right. Your manager, The manager of your organization should be able to assist with figuring out more about which plan you're using. Typically, though, the free version is what most people have, and there are some limitations just in that number one, your teams will be limited to 5 members. So you saw members up here. Right now, we have the 3 of us in here, 2 more, and then we're full. However, that's just per plan. You can have 100 different plans with 100 different 5-member groups. And then the second limitation is a data limitation of 10 gigabytes per plan. So across all of the data, all of the attachments in a plan, 10 gigabytes is the limit. One more thing to show, just being going back to Outlook in my inbox and just showing what some of those emails look like. Here's what the email looks like when a task gets assigned to you. And when you join a group working on a team or working on a plan. One last thing to note is that a project management software is only useful if everyone involved is on board. So please make sure if you want to start using Planner that you communicate with your team and that you guys are all on the same page first. Beyond that, Mike, I think we are at the end of my content. Do we have any questions from the group?
That's great. Yeah, thanks, Tyler. We have a couple questions here. I think you answered the third one, but the first question is regarding templates. Are there ready-made templates?
Yes, there are a few ready-made templates. If we go back to Planner, New Plan, there are a few available here. With some more advanced organizational licensing, you can build custom plans as well.
Great. And then the other question I see here is, can anyone edit a plan once they are invited? Can you lock it down? Or can you restrict that?
So yes, when you have invited people, the access to a plan is flat. So everyone has the ability to edit, and there is at this time no way to lock that down. The only lock is that the creator of the plan, in this case Fit Trainer, cannot be removed from the plan. But however, Mike Reffert we could remove, and the Tyler Klipchak account we could remove.
Perfect. And that's it as far as questions that I see in the chat, so I can take back over here. Great job. Thanks for that overview, Tyler. We really appreciate that. Definitely some useful tips there with Microsoft Planner. On behalf of everyone from Fit Technologies, we appreciate your partnership and participation today, and we all hope you have a good weekend. Take care.